Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to episode 13 of my Cinders version 2.09 walkthrough. So today's shout out is to Meredith. He's responsible for making mini tools for the modding community, so most relevant of them would be DS Anim Studio, which is responsible for custom movesets, making bosses cool, all sorts of things. It's a very powerful tool. He also ported some code over from another tool to make a tool that would allow editing of Dark Souls 3 VFX, which is relevant to me because it's how I got into modding. So without him, I wouldn't have got as heavily into modding as I did, so huge shout to him. He does a lot of work. And now we're going to load in. And so today's build is, well, pretty simple, just a dex build. So we have surround sharp traces, sort of blood censoring palm, just show off that look if we use it. Have a bow as well, because I haven't used a bow yet, so figured I'd shove one on. Some dark arrows and lacerating arrows for that. I have some regular arrows there as well if I want to use them. So, and also we have Lord's Blade set, surround set, whatever it is. This is all physical damage, as I showed last episode, so it's actually quite heavy, hence why I have 25 vit. So 25 vigor, 25 endurance, 25 vit, and then 51 dex, with the 12 in strength just to wield the traces. And then for rings, Symbol of the Penitent, Chloranthy, Ring of Favour, and Pontiff's Right Eye. We also have some Castus Rouge on, because these do both bleed and poison, but the bleed tends to not proc quite as much as I'd like, so Castus Rouge. And now we can get started. And we head down this way first. And head on down here. So you can walk across this, and it'll get you right over to there, instead of going all the way down the ladder every single time. So that's an option. I'm not going to show that because it's one way. But down here, I can get it. There we go. There's the Ring of Grace. So the assassin starts with this. This is like the Shiv. And I'll see if I can see it here. Where are you, Ring of Grace? Down here. So Ring of Grace, you can jump easily. So same as the Shiv, just in ring form. And now up here. Chest over here. This is the Okami set. So this is a set from Sekiro. Yep. So another Sekiro set. There's a few of them in this area. And this is lightning damage. So a lightning set. A little bit lighter than the Silver Knight set. So yeah, it's an option if you want some lightning damage. And now we're going to have our first gargoyle pop up in the area. Come on. There he is. And I'll switch back to traces now that's close. I hate it when you block, can you not? I know you're gonna get close and do the shield smash, aren't you? No, you're just gonna do nothing. Oh, there we go. And take them down. And we get the Gargoyle Flame Hammer from them. They also dropped us a Soul of Fallen Sage, which I think I already have one of them. Soul of Fallen Sage, yep, already have one of them. Now just gonna head up this ladder. And grab the item on top of this one. Oh, my B button got stuck again. There's a gold pie in there. And we'll head down here. And now we can head over here. We're gonna head this way. And take them down. And more Titanite. We're only getting Titanite shards mostly from them, which is a little bit strange. And take them down. And then over here is some more ritual incense, so even more of that. This seems to be the most common of the covenant materials you can find in the world. And then out here is bonfire, because sitting down there is a boss. So that is the Fallen Protector and Fair Maiden. So Garl, Vinland and Australia from Demon Souls. It's a Lorien and Lothric reskin, so it is quite tough. And fun fact, because of the poison there, it actually obscures the teleportation rings. So we just see them go invisible and then appear on top of you. And yeah. So that's going to be fun. So, both of Garth Rouge. And we're actually going to head for that spot of land just in front of them. So they're going to teleport most likely. But I want to get out of the poison. And watch out for that. And I'll switch back to healing. Heal up. I always get caught by that one, where they trick you. So you can see the Fallen Protector doesn't take much damage, the Maiden is what you need to be focusing on. So... oh, I'm nearly dead. Yeah. They're quite a tough boss. Also, forgot to mention him, but we're going to take a look across now before we fight them again. So, if you look up there, just make him out, sitting up there, right above my head. That is the Hex Ascension Trainer. And this boss down here is weak to dark damage. So, if you're a Hexer, you're going to have a really bad time trying to ascend your Hexes. And I think it's a bit unfair, but it is by design to make it a little bit unfair, because everything's generally pretty easy to get in Cinders, so... yeah, sorry Hexes, you just have to suffer. And buff again. And this time we'll try not to die. And I'll try and focus on R1 instead of L1 because he tends to attack so damn quickly. L1s look cool, but they're a bit too drawn out. It's just figuring out the timings of those teleports. And I'll swap back to healing. And you're going to teleport. What are you going to do? Okay, I've never seen that move. Okay, ow. Rolled a bit too early there, and he's going to drop down on me, and I can heal up. Oh, I hate that attack. So, managed to take down the maiden first, before we even took down the protector. So, same as Orion Lothric, she would revive the protector, but the protector is so damn tanky, you're not liable to take him out first. So, we got the tome for the fallen protector and the soul of the maiden. And we get an ember back, nice. And also 60k souls. So, now we can head into here. And over here is the Quicksilver set. So we'll take a look at that, head back to our spot of safety land. And yeah, blood censoring palm. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I recommend just standing on this bit of land here, so you don't need to use the blooming purple moss. You can just stand on here. It's very cramped, but if you stay on here, you're not going to get toxic. Also a couple other patches of the land you can see, but this one here is probably the best. So, the Quicksilver set. We'll sort that by weight, because that should be fairly heavy. Yep. So, boost damage against abyssal enemies, and yeah. It looks very shiny, looks very cool. So, there's an option for an armor set if you want it. And our toxic build-up has run down a bit, so now we can move over here. So, over here. There's some rotten pine. And that's why I wanted lacerating arrows, because I don't really want to take the guys on, and they are pretty tanky, so bleed should do a number on them. So it's one taken down. And I don't really want to tangle with them, so yeah, range spam for days. And we get Eleonora. And also dung pies, petrify somethings. More dung pies. And up here is some Archtitanite. And then in this room, I guess there's a treasure room. First of all over here. So, first Mimic. Then we get an Estus Shard. And then over here, another Mimic. And take them down. We get the Court Sorcerer set. So the Court Sorcerer set is max FP, I'm fairly sure. Oh no, cast speed. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Then over here, it's a treasure room, but it's full of mimics. And that gets us Brammed. I think that's how you say it, I'm not too sure. And there should be down here. Yeah, Brammed. So this gives you HP on kill. And it's a pretty beefy weapon. So, another great hammer option. Plenty of them. And then over here, the only mimic, well, the only chest in this area. The rest are all mimics. So, so here's the Fleshbite ring. So, resistance to all Orcs effects. So, I think it's standard. I can find it, yeah. Poison, bleed, frost, and curse. Which I think also, poison also counts as toxic, I'm not too sure. I know the poison by ring also affects toxic, so who that does, I don't know. And now we can head up here. and get access to our last Ascension Trainer. Most difficult one to get to. Just watches us struggling against the boss, doesn't bother to help. This is Cinder Argif, and he can ascend our hexes. And backing out of that menu, backs out of the menu entirely. And he's got the same bug as Helia. So, yeah. When I send your hexes, this is the guy. So, every single time you want to come over here, though, to get them, you have to go to that bonfire there, roll down there, run over here, climb up the ladder, and then come talk to him. Unlike the other ones where there's a bonfire right near them. Bit of a pain. And I'm actually, the durability on these things is running up. I need to get some repair powder. And I don't really want to fight you. And take them down. And we'll head up to the roof shortly, drop down there, but there is an NPC over there, so I want to take him out first. So over here is some human pine. And it's going to head down here, because we should have an NPC intruding. There they are, Bewitched Knight. Why? Not too sure. And Traces tore them to shreds. Nice. So they were using the Bewitched Alon Sword, but it doesn't have the Muffin moveset, so they're not as bad as some other NPCs. But from them, we do get Alon's full set, so... Oh, Alon's set, you're pretty heavy, you should be up here somewhere. Yeah, Alon's armor, so max stamina. Very beefy looking samurai set, so... Another option if you want to go for that look. And then here is some more sea growl. And here, I'm fairly sure there's a chest. Yeah, there is. Here is the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. So, it wasn't this one that got the change description, was it? You know, it was the silver one that got it. That's right, I remember. So, and over here, you wouldn't believe it in this area. It's another mimic. Absolutely everywhere. And take them down. And from them we get a Pyromancy Tome. So we get the Profaned Pyromancy Tome. So I think that is the last Pyromancy Tome. I'm fairly sure it is. If I can find the damn thing. Yeah, so Profaned Pyromancy Tome. So this will unlock some new stuff. I think it's mostly Earth Pyromancies, but you do get stuff like Profaned Flame, so it's very useful. And now we're going to head up onto the roof and try not to die to the Court Sorcerer. Because they're still here. And they still like to spam Soul Spear. Can you not? There we go. I was getting my B button got stuck, so I couldn't actually roll. I need to buy a new controller, but I have two controllers. One of the R1 button's broken, this one's the B button's broken. So from them, we get the Ring of Wisdom and Logan's Scroll. So the Ring of Wisdom, it's a magical fat ring. It boosts your max FP and grants you an attunement slot. So it's actually a pretty useful ring for all classes. This used to also reduce the cost of sorceries, so the FP cost for them, but that was changed, so oh well. And now we can go over here, grab this item, so some more large titanite, lots of large titanite in this area. And now we can enter here, and drop down here. And this one's actually a chest, which isn't centered, which drives me insane. And there we get the Grotto set. So the Grotto set, this is actually more cut armor. And I actually quite like the look of this set. So it boosts your poison and toxic resist. How cruel to have an armor that boosts poison and toxic resist right after the poison swamp. But it looks very cool. So you want sort of that swampy pyromancer or sorcerer or whatever. It's a very useful set for making that look right. So quite like the look of that set. And now we're gonna head up this way again. And we're gonna head up here. going to ignore Siegward Cell for the moment and head into here. So... Ow! I hate that attack. It just... You can't get after it. And it's annoying. Yeah, traces are about to break, but we're almost done, so... Don't have anything left to actually fight. So, over here, it's just some alluring skulls. And if you are struggling with the rat pit here, you can come in from this way. Take out the giant from here, but... that's less viable now because of the Fallen Protector. Used to be a bonfire where the grotto set was, so... yeah. And I don't need to go down here, I need to stay up here. And I need to make this jump. Yay, first try. And we can head up here. And Siegward hasn't even moved down here. So, he wouldn't even... So even if he had shown up here, he wouldn't go fight Yorm. But now he hasn't even shown up here. But that will all be getting reworked, hopefully. So over here is the Spiral Greatsword. The Spiral Greatsword is the Storm Ruler from Demon Souls. So it is a very, very fun weapon. I actually used this one way back in my early days of Cinders, so... It has the same charge up thing. But the actual follow-up is slightly different, so... It's a very fun weapon, and it looks very cool. So... Really good dex option. And now we're just going to head back to the shrine, because it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to forge... I can level up. Yeah, I guess put a point there. Yeah, put some points there. And now I can't forge. I guess I can sacrifice one of them. And forge some repair powder. I guess I can just forge 5 of that. Not going to need much of it. And now we can head back to the normal Profaned Capital. Bonfire. And so, can go up the ladder as normal, go down the ladder there. But you can also, as I said, over here, drop down out here. Drop down here. Head out over here, drop onto this, and that takes you out over here. And we can actually snipe this Crystal Lizzie. If it doesn't go off the ledge. Yeah. Well, we lost the lizard hide, but... Actually, I think the drops would appear on the ground if I save quit. Oh, it doesn't really matter that much. Be fine. And now, because of the bowl there, I'm not going to fight anything on here. I'm just going to run through to clear the enemies there to stop the bowl from shooting. Because it's going to keep shooting at me and I can't be bothered dodging it. I'm not going to fight you, mate. You're just going to fly up and get out of my way. And here's some rouge water, so a bunch of that. And now we can head into here. And he can't follow us, he's too big. Well, that's actually pretty good damage. And... nice. I'm not going to hit you while you're doing that, mate. I know how that ends up. So stop turtling, please. What was with enemies and just turtling for no reason? There we go. And so what did you drop? Tarnished silver coin? Tarnished silver coin. Ow. And we get the handmade stagger. And also more tarnished silver coins. So I'm pretty sure the handmade stagger is the exact same. Handmade stagger. It does give you FP on hit though, so can be useful. And then down here is the profaned coal. So last is a coal for Grudor. And now we get back up there, fight that gargoyle. We're coming back to this room. So we're just gonna head up there and fight the gargoyle, drop down, get the item. And oh, over here, almost missed it, is the Mask of Sin. So, another one of those wacky Cinders armor pieces. Oh, it looks so stupid. But that gives you soul absorption, so can also get those as a weapon. They're in a chest over there. We'll get them shortly, don't worry. If I had to guess, it'd probably more Fonzo work, because Fonzo does wacky shit like that. I think he also took one of these gargoyles and turned the Demon Prince into it. Ow. I hate these ones. I'm just gonna back off, because you can't come in here and I can heal. Well, I would be able to fight you properly if you weren't just hogging the doorway. Can you just stop tanking, please? Seriously? There we go. I hate gargoyles, they're so annoying in this game. Not as bad as DS2 ones though. So here's the gargoyle flame spear. So gargoyle flame hammer, gargoyle flame spear. I'm fairly sure they are the exact same. And so now we can go over here. And oh, Lord Takasuji? I have no clue. We can drop down here. And pick up this item, which is just some red bug pellets. I think it was the only Slayer Great Bow, but that is in Lothric Castle now, so. And yeah, you can hear them going a bit crazy down there. I think they had another one with an Uchi, so watch out for them, they're gonna have Cat's moveset. And they kinda hurt. Of course you'd heal. Why would you not heal? So we take them down. And for one reason they don't wear the full set of armor, but they do drop the Eastern Commander set. So they just have the helmet of that set on, they don't have the rest of it on. So, Eastern Commander. This is Genichiro's armor. And, oh, this one does have cloth physics. Nice. The cape on this does have cloth physics. Unlike a lot of the other sets from Sekiro, where they don't have cloth physics. Because we can't port cloth physics from Sekiro, can't port them from Bloodborne yet. So, yeah, just stuck with whatever we can scrounge up from the existing armors. So, over here is the Ornate Samurai Helm. And then over here, oh, the Sekiro Helmet. Is the Horned Samurai Helm. So, Horned is Gyobu's. I'm not too sure what the Ornate one is. Ornate might be 7 spears, I think. Yeah, probably 7 spears. So, oh, Genichi's set is Dexterity. So the Ornate Samurai Helm, see what that looks like, and the Horned Samurai Helm. So, more options of them. And I could hear it, so I know it's here. There's another one of these things. Another monstrosity is in. I think there's even more here if you have Curse of Attraction on, so. And more shit from them. And I think there's any chests there. Used to be, not anymore. So now I was going to over here and grab this item. Oh yeah, you can see where the Crystal Lizzie died. And that gets us the Rare Ring of Humanity. So the Rare Ring of Humanity is actually really useful. You're really bad at fighting mimics, then this ring is great for you. This prevents grabs and criticals, so you can't be grabbed and you can't be backstabbed or parried. Well, you can't be riposted, you can still be parried. So, I think one issue with the ring is though, is that you can't do those things either. So, you can't riposte things, you can't backstab things, so. Yeah, it's good for fighting mimics though, because you can't get grabbed by them. You can open them and you'll sort of just slide away, I think. So. Now we can head up here. And head into this room. Which, this room is pretty crowded. So a lot of handmaids over there, and another one of these things. Oh, and I also have the black bow of Pharaohs, which I could use, but I'm just using the short bow because I think it just looks better with this build. Black bow is a bit too big. And yes, you can really tell the range problem with this bow. Doesn't have the best range, so the damage really falls off. But hey, we have plenty of arrows. And I'm not really going to be using a bow for the rest of the playthrough, so not that big of a deal. But you can see dark arrows, they do curse. They also home in on enemies, so if an enemy moves out of the way, tries to dodge, it can home in on them slightly. So they're very nice arrows. And the reason why I'm just standing over here and not going over there is because there is another gargoyle. And he'll drop down when I try to go over there, so. And that's them taken down. Now, I didn't need repair powder after all. So, oh, Titanite Slab. Hey, it's the first one of them we've gotten. So they're worth a lot of souls for me. So, up there, as you can see, is a gargoyle. We can shoot him. If I stand back, can I shoot you? Yeah, I can. Wakey, wakey. Okay, got stuck on the ceiling. Yeah, you can stay grounded. And more abyssal fragments. So, tarnished coin. Rusted coin. Tarnished coin. Rusted gold coin. So here, I think there's double mix. I know the one on the side there is. I don't think this one here is it? I can't see it breathing. I think it's just this one. Nope, that one is a mimic. I couldn't see it breathing. And we'll take them down. And from this one, we get Undead Bone Shard, so finally another one of them. And from this one, we get the Gargoyle set. So, thinking maybe I could do a Gargoyle build with a full Gargoyle set and a Gargoyle helmet or something. But yeah, literally a Gargoyle. So you can become a Gargoyle. And that boosts your fire defense, so same as Quelaag's set. Well, not Quelaag's set, the Gold Hand Black set and some other set that I can't remember the name of right now. So that's those two mimics, and then I'm fairly sure in this room as well there is a couple other things. So okay, you're just a chest. So here are the Hands of Sin, so the slappy hands. So Hands of Sin, I'm fairly sure they'll be at the bottom. Yep. So These are... why? So, yeah, they're an option if you want them. Summon the Maskers in as well and have a truly cursed build. Oh, this mod. I love it. And you're also not a mimic. What do you've got? Hey, Yorm set. So this is another cut armor, much like the Goro set. So another set that was cut from the game for whatever reason. And it's Yorm set. So you gotta look like Yorm. It's an option. That increases your max HP. So it's a pretty tanky. Because it is from a, well, it is from a giant, but it's not as tanky, it's not as heavy as you think it would be. So it's actually pretty nice. And so I have 6 Estus. Is that enough for Yorm? That should be enough for Yorm. So I'm actually going to pop a repair powder. Make sure it's all fully repaired up. Because one thing about Yorm and Cinders is that Stormruler will do pretty much nothing to him. So you can get Stormruler in this room as normal, but don't use it. It's not worth it. You just have to fight him normally. But his health has been adjusted to compensate. So, and I recommend sprinting forward, because as you fight him the ceiling will start to collapse. And it'll do a lot of damage. And that has a shockwave to it, so watch out for that. And I hate that sweep. Okay, I pushed X. Ow. Well, actually not ow, that just staggers me. Ow. I'm a bit rusty on fighting Yorm. Well, Cinders Yorm. Have we poisoned him yet? No. The orcs build up on these things is pitiful. So you really want to stay over this side of the room, because there are boulders falling. And there's Yorm taken down. So from them, Cinders of a Lord, and the Tome, and the Soul. And also a bunch of souls, which will be coming in shortly. Another 40,000. So yeah, up here is Stormruler. Owning a Stormfeller Greatwood, yeah. So you can use Stormruler, but it's not going to do anything to him. Just stick with whatever damage source you're already dealing. So spells, melee, whatever. It'll all work on Yorm. And so now we can head back to the shrine and check out the soul transpositions. And so let's go talk to Ludleth. And what have we got from you now? The Blue Blood Sword from the Soul of the Maiden. So this gives you FP on hits, so it's actually pretty nice. And continue on down the list, see what we can find. Yorm's Great Machete, so same as vanilla. And the Quicksilver Shield, so from the Soul of the Maiden as well. So that gives you more Dark Absorption. Yorm's Great Shield, that's the same, gives you more max HP though. The Life Ring, for whatever reason, from the Soul of the Maiden. It's actually just 10% max HP, so not too sure why that's a boss transposition, because it's fairly weak for what it is, but oh well. And then also from Yorm, probably one of the most powerful rings in Cinders is the Ring of Punishment. So it's imbues your weapon with bleed, and you can upgrade this to +5 and just bleed enemies for days. So it's a very powerful ring, and it's very nice. And so now I think we just have, well, we have the Estus Shard and the Undead Bone Shard, Logan Scroll, Profaned Coal, and Profaned Pirate's Gnome. So let's give the Coal to Grudor. And now we unlocked his full inventory, I'm fairly sure. So, all Spellbound Knives, all the Spellbound Orcs Knives, Spellbound Hexing Urns, Spellbound Dung, which we already have. And yeah, all the Spellbound Resins. Spellbound Caster's Rouge. Caster's Rouge is the only one that has no resin. Interesting, I never noticed that. So that's Grudor. Actually, are you selling anything new? After killing both of them? I should just double check that. You somehow got the Xanthus set. And the Katarina set. Also, Lloyd Shield Ring, which I think she already had. I'm not too sure. So, give him Logan Scroll.
Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan. A masterful sorcerer, long missed in Vinheim. And now we have his scroll. Right here in my very hands.
And so now here's even more for us. So, finally unlock Soul Spear. Pestilent Mist. And yeah. New stuff there. Can't exactly remember because it's been so long since we gave him one. So you can rush that. But again, you're going to have to kill the Fallen Protector and Fair Maiden. So the one I actually think is better to rush is actually the Crystal Scroll. A lot of them take 60 int, but if you're getting through Dragon Slayer Armor and Dancer early, then you're going to have the souls get to 60 int. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the Fallen Maiden and Fair Protector is... Well, Fallen Maiden and Fair Protector, that's a new boss. The Fallen Protector and Fair Maiden are pretty tough for what they are compared to some of the other bosses, so... They do block off some pretty cool stuff.
Come again. Back again.
I think also since we defeated Crystal Sage, I've got to talk to him.
Oh, I have something for you. You're a fine sorcerer now. No mistake. You should have something to prove it. Go on. If I'm giving something away, you'd better well take it.
So yeah, Young Dragon Ring. So that's the one that gives you the Crystal Soul Masses. Well, just the Soul Masses. I think it's normal Soul Masses, not Crystal ones.
I don't mean to say anything.
Yeah, he's going to talk to us about that. So, I forgot to do that when I kill Crystal Sage. You can get that for free. And then over here, Cornix. And it's going to give us the same one as the Cast Pyromancy Tome. So, yeah, more Earth Pyromancy, so... And Acid Surge, which Acid Surge is actually pretty nice. Actually really good for augmenting your build. So I didn't actually show what Pestilent Mist is. So Acid Surge and Pestilent Mist, they got nerfed because they were percent based damage over time, which was pretty strong. So Acid Surge now makes enemies weaker to physical damage, and Pestilent Mist makes enemies weaker to elemental damage. So Pestilent Mist is good if you're a mage, and Acid Surge is good for melee builds, or if using the physical pyromancies or miracles. So, it's really good. And I think that's actually it. We also got Profane Flame, which is really, really nice. I think the Ascended version of this has infinite range. As long as you can lock onto the enemy, you can hit them with it, so very, very nice.
Do not think what is it wasn't he?
And now we are at Max Estus, so any more Estus shards we pick up, I will just be selling. And now we're going to head up here and put Yorm on his throne. And we'll head over this way for it. And there's Yorm on his throne. And now... Actually, I'm not going to level up. I want to keep those souls for putting something together for next episode. So... Burn undead bone shard, so... I think that's everything for this episode. It's going to be a shorter one, at least I hope. So... Actually, there's an item I forgot in Earthful Dungeon. Go grab that. Draw out the length of this episode a little bit more. So I forgot about last episode, because trying to remember where all the doors are that the keys open are is kind of a pain. So, yeah. Trail's keyring opens this door. And in here is some black fire bombs. And that's it. That's what we forgot. So, I have to collect every item though. It is required. So, yeah. Now we can head to where we're going to start next episode, so... Which will be night's rest, so... We've killed the Abyss Watchers, Yorm, and Aldrich. We didn't get teleported to... Dancer's room, so you have to come back here on your own. And I think we're going to have a very, very cool bug. Yep. So when you come back in here, you'll get that. So that's what you'd normally get if you're summoned in here by EMBER. But you get that when you first draw back here. And now we have Eclipse Highwall, which looks very cool. So, back here, next episode, we're taking on Dancer. Then we'll be heading through to the Kashim King's Garden, taking on Oseros. And then we'll probably also take on the Untainted Graves with Champion Gundyr. So, bundle all that into one episode. So, that'll be next episode, so I'll see how to build for that. Gotta figure out what I want to do for that, so... Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.